I graduated high school in 1974 in the era of 60s and 70s of the muscle cars, and I was always fascinated by the hot rods. So we had a lot of muscle cars growing up. Turned 18, I bought a 69 428 Mustang. My dad wasn't real happy about that because he's a Chevy man. 500 horsepower. Had a good time with it. Didn't keep it for just about a year, and sold it for like $1,950 in 1975. My favorite car would be the 69 Mustang Super Cobra Jet 428. It was blue with white stripes, and I've always liked that, so that's why I still have cars like that. I have the Cobra's blue and white, my Mustang GT's blue and white. I kind of always was partial to that color. It was probably my favorite car for the speed and just the way it looked. But I've had some nice cars. But I've always been interested in hot rods. I kept looking and seeing Cobras in the magazine and was really geared in that area. I kept thinking, man, I like this Cobra. After looking at the magazines, I went with Cobra. I was looking also at a 34 Ford Coupe, which is also a kit car. And I couldn't make my mind up, but I just kept going back to the Cobra because I wanted the convertible, how fast it could be. And then I noticed they made kits. So I did my homework and I bought a kit from Fargo, North Dakota. It was classic Cobra. I felt like that's something I could build. I didn't want to get too crazy and then I couldn't finish it. And I did have a little help building this car. We did most of it ourselves. And Shirley and I actually put the engine in. You know, we did a lot of the work ourselves. But I was just attracted to the style and the way it looked. Building a Cobra is not as easy as opening a box and putting it together. You have to have donor cars, and they recommend 2 donor cars, 2 Mustang GTs, 89, somewhere in that era that you Mustang GTs, and you will rob parts of it, like the rear end, different things. The front end was a Mustang 2, a 77 or 78, whatever that year, the Mustang 2. That's the front end on that one. The emergency brake is a Pinto. The tilt wheel and the steering column is a Chevette. Different things make this car come to life, you know, and you put your own gauges in. It's a lot of work, and they delivered this kit. It's called a complete kit. And when it got to my house, it was 100 pieces, and it was only, you know, no motor, no transmission, no rear end, no tires, no mags, you know, but it was their complete kit. The wiring comes with it, but you have to do everything. You have to bend every brake line. You have to bend every gas line. You have to put everything together onto the frame. Yeah, it was a lot of pieces. I could have just spent the money and just bought one already finished, but there was something in me that says I want to build my own. And I'm glad I did it now that it's finished. I had a real fun time putting that together. It took about 3 years to put it together. Finished it, bought it in 2001 and finished it in 2004. It's been part of the family. It was a family project. My wife helped me put the motor in. Daughter and son helped on it. It was a family project, and now they even get to drive it. So we've had a good time with the Cobra. We've talked about selling the Cobra on different occasions, but you know, since I just purchased this Mustang, I have two toys now, so that has come up that I might sell it. It would be hard because it was a family thing and we've had it so long. You can tell by the miles on it, we just don't drive enough to enjoy it like we should. That may come up real soon, that I may be selling it. I have burned some rubber. One of my funny stories is that my wife and I were in the country and we pulled up to a red light, and these 2 country boys said, "I sure like that car. And when the light turns green, could you just burn some rubber?" And I looked funny, you know, and I looked at Shirley, and she said, "Burn rubber for those boys," you know. And that light turned green, and I lit them up, and they made their day, you know. So yeah, we don't do it too often, but it can happen.